The time has finally arrived. Stampede versus Prismatic Evolutions. Who will win? Let's find out. Oh my god, we're starting crazy strong with Pokemon at $95.77. $14.16, $4.72. What's up guys, and welcome back to another epic versus, and of course this is finally the summer heat versus with our semi-finalists, that being our boy Prismatic Evolution versus our other boy Quarter Century Stampede. Yes, we have two of the big hitters coming right off the bat here, and this will determine who goes right into the finals or who goes back into the redemption arc and then try to battle against destined rivals, because of course that was the other semi-finalist from the poll that we did. But now it's all videos from this point on. We have our two final videos as well as our final video. Guys, in the comments, let me know who you think is going to win in today's match, and of course who is the overall winner across the first, from January all the way until now. Obviously we'll have another poll later in the year, but maybe I'll talk about that towards the end of the video. But first, let's talk about those high values that we could potentially get in today's video from both sets. Starting with Prismatic Evolutions, the highest card is of course still that Umbreon EX card, currently at its staggering price of $959.75. Wow, just wow. The second highest is Sylveon EX at $344.82, and the third highest being Leafeon EX at $256.46. All three being special illustration rares, so we definitely want some of those. Rolling into Quarter Century Stampede, the highest is Blazing Cartesia, the virtuous new art of course, Quarter Century, $71.90. The second highest is Call by the Grave, also a new art, at $70.17, and the third highest being Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, also of course alternative art. Now if we're going by prices alone, obviously Prismatic is gonna beat it, but how are the pulls? Let's roll into those pulls. All right, so these are the boxes in question. Obviously, if you guys want to check out the full unboxings, I'll probably have it linked in the top left corner of those cards if you guys want to see what's kind of entailed, especially in the ETBs, because obviously there's some cool stuff there, like the promos and whatnot and all that good stuff. Obviously, Prismatic Evolutions, the ETB only includes 9 packs, but we'll throw in an extra pack. All right, so it's gonna be 10 packs to 10 packs. We're gonna open all 12, but those are essentially my tiebreakers for that. And these are my tiebreakers for this. If we go that far, obviously we can pull more if need be. This is the point system as follows. Of course, 99 cents or less, no points. And who knows, we might get a 6-pointer. It's only going to be coming from Prismatic, but you never know in today's versus. Let's do this. But yeah, let's go ahead and start. Prismatic Evolutions. Now, this set came out in January, and it's still killing it. It's still killing it. As you can see there with those crazy prices. Go for you guys, enjoy. One to the front. Let's do this thing. All right, Leaf Energy or Grass. We have Slowpoke. Slowbro would be cool if you have Slowbro. Blair. That's not Blair. That's Briar, right? I don't know. Oh, we have a treasure tracker here. Okay, that's a cool rarity. Friend, ooh, we already got a Pokeball version, so that's probably going to be the high values. One of those. Probably not Friends of Paldea. Now the other big hitter, of course, is the 25th anniversary Quarter Century Stampede. Now I watched a recent video that Ruxin did where he talked about the state of TCGs and how, ooh, Buster Blader. And how he feels that it's actually kind of cool that QCRs are only going to be here in this set. There's no more going to be reprints of Quarter Centuries. We might get a 30th anniversary, I guess, but they'll forever never be another 25th anniversary Quarter Century, whatever you want to call it, in TCG. And because they're during the tins coming out, there's a news announcements that, of course, we're going back to Starlight, and apparently every pack from that tin is going to have at least 1 Starlight per pack. So essentially 3 Starlights per tin. So, and that's going to just devalue with the craziness that is TCG market. But in terms of quarter centuries, these actually might start appreciating value because, you know, I guess I'll talk about it in the next opening, but it's just kind of interesting take of what he says. All right, back to Prismatic Evolutions. So obviously with the release of like the Eevee sets, they're always going to be popular, always going to be popular. So Umbreon is of course still killing it. So I don't know if we'll get it today's video, like, or even an Umbreon in general, but I think for the most part, Pokemon in general has been killing it. I think with the recent sets, I think they just announced the Mega Evolutions coming out later in November, I think. That's going to be exciting. So there's a lot of good cards that just Pokemon just knows how to do. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like, they're not, ooh. Oh, Dragon Ball EX. That looks really cool. And an Iron Hands EX. Pretty sure this is gonna be worth more. But Pokemon just knows how to make good rarities, it seems like. A lot of the one things that I really hated about the Starlights versus the Quarter Century is just, they look the same, just the stamping is different, the gold foil on top is different, I guess, but it's kind of the same. Whereas Pokemon, I feel like they're really spicing it up, like with the rarities. Even with the one that came out recently, the Destined Rivals, there's some good rarities in there too. And by golly George, what? Oh my god, we're starting crazy strong with Pokemon at $95.77. Wow. That is crazy. That is a 5-pointer right off the bat there. It's not quite a 6-pointer. Didn't break the $100 mark, but it got really close. Got really close. And with that, we definitely gotta sleeve it up with our boys from Dragon Shield. And wow, that is a beautiful, beautiful card, and you gotta sleeve it up, gotta protect those investments with our boys Dragon Shield. That's why I like using these specifically for Pokemon, and I use these for Yu-Gi-Oh! These, of course, is a Japanese size cards, which fits Yu-Gi-Oh! Perfectly, and of course, these are just regular outer sleeves. Technically, you can use it for other things as well, but these fit perfectly against Pokemon. But thank you to those who actually clicked those links, getting videos like this every single week. You guys know you are. Thank you guys so much. And of course, back to some more epic unboxing. But yeah, let's go ahead and pull the Stampede now. I don't that's crazy, a 5-pointer. That's crazy, a 5-pointer. I don't know, guys. Stampede, they might not do it. They might not do it. Of course, it's possible that we don't get any pulls for the rest of Prismatic, but I don't know. We have number 16, the Shock Master. I don't think that's gonna pull any numbers here in terms of points. Teleforming, and another secret rare of the Fiendship. All right, no points on that one at all, and that's what I was kind of saying earlier. It just feels like Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just not understanding I guess, the collector market. I don't know. At least high-end investor market. Now granted, there's always that argument that, hey, if you're a collector, you should appreciate everything, the artwork and whatever. And that's the initial point. You know, we do love the artwork, but we also want to, what's the point of getting like all these cards, because it's a very expensive hobby for those that are heavily invested like I am. You don't want to spend this kind of money and not see something retain or even appreciate in value. The example, Umbreon, and the example that Ruxin brought up was, what if you spend $5,000 on like a full set of like QCRs, and then they're just reprinting it and as QCRs, or maybe Starlights are better, or maybe a devaluing it. Oh, it just makes it like, it just kind of hurts you more, like internally. You wasted all that money. But granted, I don't know, like some people don't really care about that. They say, oh, I'm just collecting it. I'm doing it for the love of the game. But at the same time, you want to be able to do. At the same time, you want to be able to like buy the stuff you love and know that it's actually, there's some intrinsic value with it. I don't know. That's just my personal take. All right, so nothing there. So maybe we have a chance for Stampede to get something. Now, the second part, of course, is pulling like, set packs from a booster. Ooh, I see something there in back. So hopefully we get something. But it's always nice to like pull all 36 because I think you get like at least 5 QCRs, maybe more, maybe 6. It's only a Prismatic X Universe. See what that is, and a mermaid. So it's possible that the other cards that I didn't select out of those 36 are probably more valuable, but that's what makes these verses a little more interesting. I mean, so far, Prismatic is killing it right now. I kind of had a feeling it would. Just because Pokemon in general, I think, is probably the better of the sets in 2025. I mean, the only set that wasn't really that fantastic, in my personal opinion, is maybe Journey Together. I think that was probably the weaker set of 2025 for Pokemon. But I think in general they're killing it. Ooh, a Pokeball version of Hoot Hoot. Hoot Hoot. Oh, Glaceon EX. It's got to be one of these two. I feel like Glaceon is probably worth more than Hoot Hoot. All right, Stampede, do something. Do something amazing here. Because this might be a blowout. Well, it's actually still kind of close game. Still a pretty close game. And we got more packs to, ooh, let me just flip over. Oh yes, Quarter Century, right off the bat. Dark Magician, 106, okay. So this is actually gonna be worth something right there. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of the cards that are usually good values are nostalgic to a certain degree, or they're meta playable. So it is one or the other. And that's why a lot of people were kind of fearful of the QCRs because they were like devaluing all the Starlights before. But now it seems like they're going to be printing out more Starlights to essentially devalue the Starlights even more and keep the QCRs the I guess collector's thing that people strive to get. And I think that's kind of an exciting thing. It makes the QCRs that we did get start appreciating over time, and kind of breathe a little bit. As predicted, good points here. $14.16 for 3 points. Oh yes, and let's go sleeve that bad boy up. Definitely, the one thing I do love about these sets, like opening up these sets in general, is the fact that I can try to complete my collection even more. I don't think I'll ever master set Stampede or even like Bonanza or whatever, but I don't know. I can try. Obviously I would imagine these sets will be even more expensive. So if you do have a crap load of Stampede booster boxes, it might be worth keeping them sealed. I don't know. So that's an investment. And just like that, we are tied as we roll into the next set here. So Charles here doing a little insert real quick because apparently I did my math wrong. So don't listen to me, listen to Alexander. He has the correct heads. But yeah, I guess back to the video. So yeah, it's very competitive, very competitive. Now, obviously, if it ends in a tie, we do have extra packs to open to do our tiebreaker round. So we'll see how it goes. Milk Tank will not do it. All right. The Buddy, okay. So there's a lot of cards I haven't seen yet that we can actually add to our collection. Flareon, okay. Non-Pokeball version. Ooh, it might be a dud. It's a dud. Oh, damn. All right, tie ball game. We're only like in the top of the 6th, or maybe the bottom of the 6th, if you want to call it that. We'll make a Stampede, I guess, the home team. All right, okay, we have another, the Red Eyes Black Dragon, the alternative art, nice, the Prismatic. That looks really cool, that looks really beastly. So I'm actually excited about pricing that one out. I see there might be a QCR in here, potentially. What's that in the rear? Oh no, it's only Prismatic. And I'm pretty sure this is gonna be worth more. All right, Prismatic, can it catch up now? I like using my baseball metaphors, even though I don't really watch much baseball. I know my son, like I mentioned before, is really got into like baseball. Recently though, we got into like, going back into like the cars and stuff like that, because we went to a car show or car meet. I guess a combination of both. And then, we took some pictures with some of the nice cars, like the new Revelto there, as well as the Exbo, Pokeball version? Yeah, Pokeball version. Check that price. And yeah, so I obviously been getting into those as well as Legos, but I'll talk about that in a little moment. But yes, as I mentioned, my son got into Legos. So it was this past weekend actually. So obviously last week I had my off week. Something I've been recently doing is just like taking a week off. So, you know, just kind of like spend time with family and not worry about recording a video, editing a video, or revising a video, or talking to my coordinators or my editors. So it's nice to just kind of like, you know, see what's, ooh, dark burning attack. I don't think it's worth much. Yeah, because prior to me doing weekly videos, I used to do daily content as well. And so combination of getting older and whatnot, and just, I just want to spend time with family. You know, like, because, you know, obviously my son would only be 3 once, you know what I mean? Like, and like what he was experiencing and what he's doing now won't happen in the future, as well as my daughter now, Kalila. So, you know, as she gets older, you know, like I want to be there for her. I want to, you know, be for my son's first baseball game, or, you know, we're trying to get him to like maybe a soccer game or something like that. But, you know, I just want to be there in those moments, especially as older as well. Back-to-back duds from Pokemon though. But yeah, I don't know. Could Stampede actually win and go straight into the finals? That'd be pretty crazy. That'd be pretty crazy. All right, the silent honor there. Live twins. Ooh, ultimate. Oh, nice. Archfiend. Honestly, I love the way ultimates look. It looks so good. I like it more than prismatics, for sure. It just feels right. It just feels right. But yeah, going back to the car show that we went to, oh, my son had a good time. It was fun. It's like just kind of seeing his his excitement, and looking at like some of the Ferraris and the Lamborghinis, and like he was pointing at the logos and be like, you know, what's that? Ferrari? What's that? Lamborghini? And then he'll like say it after me. So it was adorable. It was adorable. We're definitely gonna go into more car shows. There's a big one happening later in September. Maybe I'll show like some videos of that or pictures of that as that time comes. But yeah, we're getting to like the final packs here, and right now the score is still 6-5 with Stampede leading by 1 point. It's still a very close game. Still very close game. All right, we have a Soul Charge there. The ultimate rare looks nice, looks very smashing. I like it better than the CRs for sure. And a Ghost Org Snow Rabbit. And just like that, oh my god, 2-point lead. Stampede, really? I mean, I'm more of a Yu-Gi-Oh guy, and that's why Yu-Gi-Oh was kind of like the home team, if you will. But I don't know. We can get a 3-run blast right now, depending on like, what card we get from Prismatic. But yeah, so I'm definitely enjoying those off weeks. So spend time with family, my son, and in general, like seeing my son grow and, you know, into his own individual. And wow, we get some whimpers for Prismatic. What's happening here? What's happening here? I mean, the last pack could be magic. Could be magic. All right, not the card we're looking for. I'd rather get that in the QCR. So I don't think we got anything on this pack particularly. I don't know, unless the Sky's Crisis is anything. I don't think so though. Not for a secret anyway. And wow, final pack magic for Prismatic? Can we do this? They need a 4-pointer to win. But if we get a tie, a 3-pointer, then obviously we'll bust open the rest of these packs. All right, code for you guys, the final code for you guys. All right, Fire Energy. I don't think we've got anything because I kind of see what's in the rear there. The Org, Festival Grounds. No. Ooh, a Master Ball version. Yes, the fan wrote him. I don't know. Did we get something? I don't think it's a three-pointer, is it? All right, $4.72. That's only a one-pointer. Oh, damn. So it actually ended in a tie, but it's a good thing I opened those extra packs. So I guess we'll pay attention to those, those extra 2 packs, and you might be surprised at who wins. Yes, we actually do get a victor. So let's stay tuned and see who that is. Final pack magic. I mean, can we get even more points for Stampede? But that kind of shows it right there. Stampede is going to finals. All right. Now, granted, there is a redemption versus where Prismatic can actually still go into the finals. Just have to eliminate destined rivals. The guys who voted in the poll, did you vote right? I was kind of thinking, to be honest, Prismatic, even though I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh guy mostly. But obviously I love Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Those are definitely my 2 fortes. Was it a 5-pointer? I think it was a 5-pointer. With Pokemon, they weren't able to catch up. Yeah, we pulled this card here, the $95 card, but that was it. That was it, a 5-pointer, and it just couldn't keep up. All right, just for laughs now, because we're gonna open up the rest of these, the redemption levels, and see if we pull anything from here. Because it was already marked to be open regardless. So I just want to see what we get for our final pack magic. But let's see if we missed anything. All right, only a Pokeball of the Whimsicott. I don't think that was worth anything though. And Lucario EX. All right. What if we pull Umbreon? What if we pull Umbreon? I don't think so though. That'd be crazy. Like if we pulled the Umbreon, that would have won the versus. I mean, it's only going to be a 6-pointer, but still, it would have been enough to at least catch up and win. But I don't think we're going to get it here. Vaporeon, and of course nothing. So nothing crazy. Let's see what we get on these Stampedes. Ooh, a Quarter Century. The Drago Face-Off. Terrible centering, but it's Quarter Century nonetheless. The Gaddy in the giant hands. That's pretty sad when a QCR is that low, but you might appreciate over time. Just give it time. It's all we ask, Konami. Stop trying to release like cards we don't like, reprints like non-stop, especially reprinting QCRs as Starlights. I don't think anything was right there. And just like that, we do actually get a victor. I was nervous about that until Alexander told me, yeah, you actually technically got it right, but it was part of the extra packs. I don't know how I got the math wrong. I must have been high that day. I'm just kidding. But I must have been, I don't know, out of it that day. I didn't get my coffee, whatever the case is. But finally, the true winner, the one going into the finals, is of course that Quarter Century Stampede. And the one going to the loser bracket, or the redemption bracket as I like to call it, is of course Prismatic Evolution. So yes, the final score is Prismatic Evolution with 7 points, and the winner with 8 points is our boy Quarter Century Stampede, going to the finals. I guess in the comments down below, did you guys predict that at all? I don't know. I apparently didn't. Apparently can't do math either, but I guess back to past levels. But yeah, so that does it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this this semi-final for the Summer Heat versus. Next week will be the other versus, basically Prismatic Evolutions versus Destined Rivals. That will be that match right there. And who knows, Destined Rivals could pull something crazy to pull it into the finals. Now, guys, you still have polls. You could put your opinions of who's going to win that match in tomorrow's polls. But yeah, we'll see the verses next week. And then the week after that will be the finals. We already know who's gonna be in. We have Quarter Century Stampede versus the winner of next week's match. And then we'll determine who is the winner of the Summer Heat Versus. If you guys enjoy these versus videos, I'll definitely have another one towards the end of the year, as I mentioned. But that will encapsulate essentially the top 5 of this specific versus, plus the new sets coming out later this year as well. And who knows, those later sets could be better than what we have in this, I guess, rendition of the Summer Heat versus. So definitely press a like, subscribe for more. And yeah, Summer Heat, August. Let's do this. Kind of like my SummerSlam, kind of. My Summer Heat, my summer, like a WrestleMania, if you will. But anyway, love you guys. That's pretty much all I got. My name is Talos. Oh yes, I'll see you next week.